Hello and welcome to the show. Okay, you already know how much we love to showcase Black excellence on this show. My first guest loves it as well. Does it in this extraordinary way with this Black Excellence Brunch. It's a showcase of people who are committed to helping Black men, women, and children rise to their own level of excellence. Please welcome to the show the founder of the Black Excellence Brunch, Trell Thomas. Hello.
Hey. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for coming. I know you are crisscrossing the globe with these brunches, but we wanted to talk to you, and thank you for making the time.
Of course,
the
of course.
experience is absolutely exquisite.
Thank you.
But you know what? I love that it starts with an experience you had in your mother's own kitchen back in South Carolina.
Yes.
Explain.
Yes, so Black Excellence Brunch is really my rendition of my mom's Sunday dinner. I grew up in the South, and a big tradition in the South is the tradition of Sunday dinner, where you go to church, and then after church, you get together with family and friends and neighbors and just the community, and you break bread together.
Yeah.
And my mom will host them at our home every Sunday, and it was one of the first places I got to see.
Every Sunday.
So
she went straight home and started.
She was cooking the night before.
Of course.
To prepare for it. And it was one of the first places I got to see and feel the joy of being a Black person. And I wanted to extend that joy to my friends. And so enter Black Excellence Brunch.
Yeah. How many people were there on the average Sunday at Mom's house?
Oh, man. We had a modest and humble home, but it was packed to the brim. Like the people were spilling out into the yard. I mean,
everybody knew we're going to Thomas' house.
Everybody knew there, and everybody was coming there, and my mom just made it so warm and lovely and safe.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And so you took that, you move across the country, move to all the big cities, right? Leaving small town South Carolina. But you took that desire with you.
Yes.
But it wasn't like your next step. You had this very interesting journey to getting to creating these experiences.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, you know, so first I should say that I haven't lived in South Carolina in a very long time. You're right. I've lived some of everywhere, doing a little bit of everything. Right.
Yeah.
From the Obama campaign to working at NBC. To working in talent relations and social media and public relations.
Communications is definitely your strong point, for sure.
Definitely a huge part of my life. But everywhere I went, I was missing that feeling, that love, that warmth that my mom provided around her kitchen. And I just started doing that for my friends. My mom, a gift that she gave me was a gift of the Faith Foundation.
Yeah.
And so I always went to church, and going to church just didn't feel right without that gathering afterward. So I would invite people to my apartment. Now, I can't cook.
Okay, you're honest. You're honest. But you know people who can.
I know people who can. And so I would invite people over, and I would share that love that I remember. And so, I did a couple of those. And then one day I just decided, like, let me add a little extra oomph to it. I like aesthetics. And so I asked everybody to wear all white. And we came to this rooftop. We all had all white on. And I'm telling you, we couldn't get 2 feet without people being like, who are you guys?
What are you doing?
Yeah. Can I take a picture with you? Can we pay for your food? And I looked around the table.
What was the lesson there for you there?
It was, there were a couple things. But the biggest thing was that I just wanted to give us that feeling all the time. I want us to feel that love, because I don't have to tell you, but sometimes as a Black person walking around in this skin, you don't always feel that love.
Yeah.
You don't always feel safe in places that you go. And you definitely don't feel celebrated a lot of times, right? And so I was like, this is a moment where I could see it on people's faces. And I wanted to give them more of that.
So how did you get from the rooftop to the White House? To these experiences where, I mean, that's 1,600 people. Right.
Crazy.
That's not the ordinary house.
First of all,
it's America's house, but you can't just walk in.
Yeah, I have not processed that completely yet.
How so? Why not?
Because it's still, sometimes it feels like a dream, Portia, to be completely honest with you. But what I would say about how I got to that moment is that no matter what you do, it's true. Somebody is always watching you. And so for me, I'm just putting my head down, giving people these experiences, making sure that people feel loved. But somebody was watching and telling somebody else, who was telling somebody else, who eventually told the president.
Right.
And they invited me to the White House, which like I said, I'm still processing it. But it just came from me doing the work authentically
And people
truly,
recognizing
and people
you.
recognizing
And I
that.
understand you had a conversation with President Joe Biden
Yeah.
about that experience. What did he say?
You know what I was really impressed by is that he had done his own research. Like you and I both know, being in communications,
Yeah.
that somebody briefs you like right before the thing. And then there are moments as a journalist where you do your own research,
Right.
and you go through. And he was talking to me right before we came out, and he knew things that you wouldn't know
Yeah.
unless you had done your own research.
digging. Yeah.
And I was very impressed by that because it was authentic. I think that we know that about this president and how he showed up for the Black community in a lot of ways, but I felt that authenticity coming through in that conversation. So
That is amazing. So I want to, we've got just about a minute left. I want to talk about how you took this globally, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you've done these brunches now in Ghana, in South Africa. How do you expand? How do you make that? I mean, I have to imagine a lot of it is networking, but it's still getting the opportunity.
yeah, this is probably going to sound non-traditional, but I'm a big manifester. Everything that I desire, I write it down, I make it plain, and I allow the vision to come forth. Now, yes, I have to
Did
do
you
the work.
manifest White House? Did you write down, I
I
want to do a
did.
brunch
I
at the
did.
White
I can
House?
show you a notebook. I wish I had bought this journal that I have, and I wrote it down.
How long ago before the
I
actual
wrote this
experiences here?
down in 2020.
Wow, 4 years ago.
2020,
Wow.
I wrote it down.
That's
Yep.
amazing. That's amazing. There is something to manifestation,
It absolutely
indeed.
is.
We're going to talk more about the manifestation and the networking and the hustle and the hard work because it looks amazing. We know there's some hustling
It's a lot of
happening
work, yeah.
too. And coming up, you're going to meet another person who is all about Black excellence. You're going to meet Alexis Kerr. She's joining the conversation, and she is one of the vice presidents of Hallmark. She's the vice president of Hallmark Mahogany, in fact, and has partnered with Trell Thomas on several projects. More on how she focuses on Black excellence from a corporate standpoint when we return. And then later, we are heading to the cooktop with a celebrity chef who's got a taste of Black excellence for us. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.